Welcome back to Teaching the Revolution. Today I want to look at what the show Undercover Boss actually teaches us. I was scrolling the other day and a clip from season 1 came across my feed. And it reminded me how much I actually loved that show. Now, I'm not interested in whether the show was authentic. I'm interested in why the premise actually worked. Think about it. A CEO has to disguise themselves to figure out what actually happens inside their own organization. Just sit with that for a minute. Ask yourself why. Why would the person with the most authority also be the person with the least accurate information? There are a lot of possible answers for this. Maybe information gets cleaned up before it reaches the executive level. Maybe managers don't want to look like they're struggling. Maybe employees don't feel safe to tell leadership. Or maybe, and I think this happens more often than we realize, the farther leaders get from the front line, the more their understanding of reality gets replaced by reports and secondhand stories. Every one of those examples points to the same question. How do leaders create psychological safety? And that's a question researchers have been asking for decades. Amy Edmondson, one of the world's leading researchers on psychological safety, found that people are significantly more likely to speak up when they believe they won't be embarrassed, punished, ignored, or made to feel foolish for doing so. Think about what that means. The problem isn't that they didn't recognize you. The problem is that they only felt safe saying something when they did it. The lesson from Undercover Boss was never that great leaders should put on a fake mask or work the register for a week. The lesson is that great leaders shouldn't need a disguise to hear the truth in the first place. They've built enough trust that people tell them the truth every single day. And that's the revolution. It's not becoming more visible. It's becoming more approachable. So take this revolution challenge. This week, ask your team one scary, specific, open-ended question. Pick something you already suspect might be off. Maybe it's workload, stress, communication. Whatever keeps nagging at you as a leader, say it out loud. Try something like, I get the feeling that the team's been under a lot of stress lately. Tell me what your workload actually feels like to you. Then do the hardest part. Listen. Because the goal isn't about defending yourself. The goal is to discover reality. Remember, feedback is a gift. Accept it. It's how trust is built. It's how leaders stay connected, and it's how revolutions begin. Tomorrow we're going to talk about one phrase almost every leader says and why it accomplishes the exact opposite of what they intend.